This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. It's the 27th of March, and this is the evening feeding. And believe it or not, we have a break in the storm, and it looks like it's clearing up. It was nasty and cold all day. It was down to, well, I would say with the wind chill factor close to zero, because it was, we had a few snow flurries. Supposed to go down to -1 tonight. We'll see. It may not. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, I took advantage of it, and I want to spend more time with Miele tonight. I took a short video of LC and Miele before I left, because that video is the 1,000th video of Crow Crusader, which I've been taking videos now for about a year and a half, and I've reached 1,000 videos. Of course, there are probably more videos than that, and many more that I did not upload, but on the YouTube channel, the video of the kitty cats is the 1,000th video, and that's something to celebrate. A little more than a year. So I guess about 14, 15 months total. But that's quite a lot of videos. Anyway, so that's kind of a special occasion. And I have to watch Miele very closely tonight, because he's not in good shape. And tomorrow morning, very early, I will be hopefully get him in the transport box, even if he's got to sit in there for an hour. I decided that I needed to do that because he has to go. He has to go no matter what. Even if I put him in the nighttime, he's got to spend 5 hours in there. I mean, he has to go to the vet. It's just, we've reached critical mass right now, and I can't play any more games with him hiding himself. It's too critical. So anyway, you just have to do what you have to do, and hope for the best. This is let's see, I got everything I need here. I was able to take a 1-hour nap this afternoon, which helped tremendously, but I'm hoping that when I go back, I'll be able to take another nap, lay down with Miele a little bit, and watch him and encourage him. I tried to get him to eat before I left, but he just wouldn't do it. Don't see many birds here right now. Not too many hay-filling employees, thank goodness. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm a little bit depressed about the cat, but I'll feel better when I have some more clarity tomorrow. To think that in a whole week I haven't been able to capture him and get him in the transport box, it's just incredible. I guess I was always afraid he'd have another seizure by getting him too excited, but at this point I just can't wait any longer. He has labored breathing, which is not good, and his appetite is suffering. It's getting harder and harder to feed him, so that's also not a good sign. Well, looks like the janitor's gone here from Migros. I don't know what to expect here today, as far as what's going on here on the field. I think what I'll do is put the food starting right here. I don't see any ducks. A little bit too quiet for me, but with the janitor here today, we don't know what went on here today. We don't know what went on. So anyway, yeah. I also once said I would get back about the songbirds and this encounter with this man on the bicycle, and just a little facts that were given to me by Anita, that about 5 billion songbirds migrate to the Mediterranean from Europe, migrate in the autumn to the warmer areas during the winter, take refuge in the Mediterranean and North Africa. Along the way, 1 billion of them don't make it, don't return. And some of it has to do with starvation. Some of it has to do with being eaten. In Europe, songbirds are a delicacy in certain countries, like Italy and France and Baltic countries and North Africa. And they put up nuts and trees as they're migrating, called lime sticks, blue sticks, where they wings stick to that, and then they capture them. It's just amazing. But their main diet is insects. And as we know, across Europe, 40 to 60% of all insects are gone. So there you go. So this man doesn't understand. And he told him to contact the Max Planck Institute. Every 2 years they come out with their research. And I know their research that will end in 2023, it'll be coming out, will be more devastating than the previous report. There'll be a further decline of songbirds and all birds that lay eggs, and that includes our little pigeons. Of course, there's 9 native, but as far as native birds go, they're all in decline. So, and that includes crows, by the way. I think just the European hawk is the only bird, one of the very few birds that's not in decline. So that was their last finding. So we'll see what happens. But I wanted to bring you a couple of those statistics. They're really awful, it's cruel. Also, Switzerland has limited the number of windmills because they're losing millions of birds, especially songbirds, due to the windmills. They just kill the birds. It's just awful. Look at these little pigeons. Oh, you little babies. We'll put this over here. To say I don't see anybody here right now. I'm going to dump this here. I don't see Seymour. I don't see anyone. We'll just make this small pile right here. I have a few noodles here that I cooked up, because I cooked up chicken for kitty cat, and I always cook up noodles in the broth so as not to waste the broth. We put a couple more nuts out from our friend and bird lover Anna. Just a half a bag. Seems a lot here that they have to eat. So we'll just put a half a bag out here. Sprinkle this right on top here. The rest I'll put out tomorrow. Look at those guys. There we go. The rest will be for tomorrow morning. These are big bags. That's plenty of nuts. And yeah. And I have Charlie's bag here too. But anyway, I pass that information on to you. As awful and devastating as it is, a billion songbirds every year. Okay? And that's due mostly to the interference of man. So, there you go. And he wondered why he just can't hear his nightingale and his other songbirds. By the way, this field is not a good place for songbirds. They would not come here to eat. Okay? Because this field basically has no insects in it. There's nothing for them to feed on here. And they have no, very few hedges here. The other hedges are directly on the street. They have no place to build nests. There are no nests around here. I watched myself in the last 13 years the decline of songbirds around where I lived. And there are many reasons for that. The biggest reason is the loss of food, okay? Another reason is they let their cats out here. The cats get the birds and the nest. Cats destroy more nests than crows could ever do. I mean, it's just absolutely insane what that man said. He just doesn't know what he was talking about. And he couldn't fool the subscribers, okay? They're bird lovers and they're savvy, and they understand when someone's feeding them stories. So, but anyway, our little pigeons and a few crows. Don't have any Charlie here. Wow, this grass is getting very, very thick. If we have a few days of dry weather, farmer will be out here. So, without any problem. You see, there's no signs that went up. There's no signs going up. And that has to do that they were a lie, that they were bogus. Which is why I knew all along. Oh, here's the hawk. By the way, the hawk did come down this morning, but we were